Hi, I'm TJ Tana, and I have scoured my kitchen pantry and refrigerator to come up with some easy and delicious recipes that you can share with your family during these difficult times. So, take a deep breath, relax, everything is going to be just fine. Welcome to Quarantine Kitchen.
Toilet paper. Toilet paper. I need toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Scones. It's time to make the scones. The people, they need the scones. Scones! All right, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful March 19th. Is it March 19th? What's today's date? Check your phone. March 19th. Welcome back to Quarantine Kitchen. We have a very special episode for you. I don't know why I'm using this as a mic. Very special episode for you this morning. We are doing scones. Listen, the reason why we put this whole series together was because we wanted you to be able to put together recipes with ingredients you probably already had in your kitchen pantry. And today, I think we found that recipe. Take a look at what we have here. We are making scones. We have our dry ingredients. We have some flour. We have sugar, baking powder, salt. We have cold butter, some craisins, some chopped up chocolate, some heavy cream, and some Purell. That'll be for the end finish there. So, we're making scones today. Scones are the unicorn of pastry. Scone is also the French word for delicious. Here we go. Let's start with the dry ingredients. We're going to use our food processor in. Here we go. Flour in to the food processor. Sugar in. Baking powder in. Salt in. We're going to give this a light mix. We want to make sure that flour and the baking powder and the salt are all combined. Let's go with the... again. All right, here we go. That looks about good. You can see the consistency of the flour is just kind of all together. Perfect. Now we're going to go in with our cold butter. This butter we have chilled in the refrigerator, maybe overnight. We covered it with flour and cut it into little bite-sized chunks, just like that. Now, the reason why we're adding the butter to the flour now is because we want the butter and flour to combine. This is going to help for our tenderness and flakiness of our scone. There goes the butter. In. And we'll just pulse it 8 to 10 times. There we go. That's exactly what we're looking for. Just that, and like kind of that mealy texture. You still want a couple of pieces of butter in there. Again, that's going to help for our flakiness and tenderness later on. We're going to take this and we're going to place it back into our bowl. Get a big old mixing bowl. Pour that in. Dry. Whoop. Add a touch of blade. Don't want that in there. All right, we're going to go with our toppings now. Perfect. Here we go. Topping time. We're going with craisins. In. Chopped semi-sweet chocolate. In. Really get in there. We'll mix it up. Really want everything well incorporated into the flour. That looks about good to me. Now we're going to go in with some heavy cream. This is going to bind everything together. Now, we have tried many different recipes. This is a recipe that's based loosely on the America's Test Kitchen version, but there's been a lot of different ways of using either milk, using heavy cream, maybe even half and half. We're going to be using cream today. We're going to see right now exactly how this is going to come together. So come take a look. Heavy cream in. We'll do slowly. Maybe we'll do it in batches just to incorporate it. Right. You can see it slowly starting to come together. All right, we're coming together now. We're going to put a little flour on our bench surface because we're going to try to put this together now. A little bit of bench flour. Don't forget about that part. We're going to put everything on the bench. We're going to just go in with the hands. Just going to kind of mount it together. You don't want to over mix this dough because then you'll have a tough scone. So you really just want to put this together almost like if you were making a biscuit. Really just try to get that together. Boom, and we're done. The scone dough is ready to rock and roll. But before we put this in the oven, we are going to let this rest for about 15 minutes in the refrigerator. We want everything to come together, bring that butter back to its normal butter state, because that is going to help for our layers and our flakiness. So I'm going to put this in the fridge. Be back in 15 minutes. All right, it's been resting for 15 minutes. We're now going to cut the scone dough into our very famous triangles. We'll put these onto a baking sheet. This baking sheet has been prepared with a silicone mat so it doesn't stick. Let's cut these up. Almost like you're cutting a pizza. Hey, Joey, how you doing back there? Here we go. Okay. All right, we've laid our scones out just a few inches apart because they're not going to expand when they're in the oven. By the way, we have the oven at 425 this morning. That is what we were baking at. All right, before we set these babies into the oven, we're just gonna finish them off. A little bit of heavy cream on the top. Just get yourself a pastry brush. Just a little bit of a brush over the top. Little bit of brush over the top. And finally, a little bit of granulated sugar on the top of each piece. Just a little bit, just for that added touch of sweetness. Make it rain sugar. All right, oven time, let's do it. 425. Slide them in, middle rack. We're gonna see these in about 15 minutes. Here we are, 15 minutes later. Now, depending on how hot your oven is, you might want to decide to leave them in for a few extra minutes. You just want that little bit of browning to form on the top. It's gonna be nice and brown on the bottom. We do need to let these cool for 15 minutes. This is the hardest part of the recipe. But once these are cool, we can break into them, try them out. Scones, be right back. And here's a quick tip. Once we took the scones out of the oven, we placed the scones from the baking sheet to a wired baking rack. We don't want the scones to continue cooking from the hot heat of the baking sheet. So place them onto a wire baking rack. That's gonna get them nice and cold. It's been 15 minutes. Let's take a look and see how we did. I cannot contain my excitement. Let's take a look and see what the scone looks like on the inside. Check this out. Perfectly tender, a little bit crumbly, still steamy on the inside. Let's taste this. Really great texture. It's flaky, buttery, because we kept that cold butter in the mixture. A little bit of that cranberry, that sweetness, that chocolate right at the end. This is an unbelievable scone. You are gonna love to make this recipe at home. Your family, your friends are gonna enjoy it. That is one heck of a scone recipe. We're gonna place that link for the recipe down below in the comments. Please look at it, try it at home. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much. I've been TJ Tana, and this is Quarantine Kitchen.